The Patriots making a perfect Patriots selection, 137th overall on this year's draft. They have taken Western Kentucky quarterback Bailey Zappe off the board. Like I said, a perfect Patriots selection because they just do crazy stuff like this left and right this year. But Zappe is kind of a guy who I would view as being a prototypical Patriots player. Doesn't have the tremendous arm strength, but he actually floats balls in really well on deep throws. Let me put it that way. He kind of drops the ball in the bucket. Doesn't really drive it, but he can float it in on deep passes. He set records for most single-season passing touchdowns this past year and most single-season passing yards in college football this past year in an air raid offense in Western Kentucky. Now, he didn't face a lot of pressure. He didn't have to make too many quality reads per se. A lot of stuff was already set up for him. But that being said, he was the offensive cannon. He was the guy running that whole offense that was setting all those records. He's walking into a room that has Mac Jones, Brian Hoyer, Jarrett Stidham. I'm assuming this is the end for Jarrett Stidham because you do not draft Bailey Zappe, a guy who I had a late 4th, early 5th round grade on this early on, and then not keep him on the roster. So Zappe's going to be there for a while, I imagine. It is a little intriguing that you have him and Mac Jones on the same team because I think they are maybe somewhat comparable to some extent. I don't know. It's hard. Jones is a better athlete, I believe, than Zappe is, but Zappe might have better arm strength or maybe better accuracy downfield than Mac Jones. Obviously not quite as accomplished as Jones. Well, actually, you can argue he was, based on the fact he set the records at Western Kentucky for the entirety of college football, and Mac Jones, of course, a Heisman candidate during his time at Alabama. It's difficult to evaluate these guys. It really is, because you don't know what Zappe is going to be playing in a more pro-style offense. So it's a little bit hard to pick this apart, but this is a total Patriots pick, and it makes a lot of sense because, well, I don't know if it makes sense, but this is something I can definitely see Bill Belichick doing and Bill Belichick believing is the right decision. The question now will become, do we have a similar situation to what happened with Tom Brady, where he had Jimmy Garoppolo, Tom Brady, Jacoby Brissett all in the same locker room? Are we going to have that just a younger version, just the high school drama version with Bailey Zappe and Mac Jones in the same room? We'll find out.